morning, friends. How is everybody doing? Happy Friday. Happy
Yes.
Friday. Happy Friday. As
And
we
it's
like
the
to say,
day and it's the Friday before Christmas. So
that's
I'm
right.
like super excited.
As we like to say here at Dozen Cats, thanks, Spirit. It's Friday.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. So, for all of you people that are in the eye of this winter wonderland, using the term very loosely, we don't want to upset Mother Nature. I hope that you are staying safe and staying warm, and that you have yourself prepared. Your phone's charged up, wood in the house to burn, food in readily available to you. Make sure that you're checking in on your family and your friends and your neighbors, and anyone that may be around you that is uh, going to need some assistance, because this is one nasty system that is rolling through. Currently, where I am, it is minus 17 degrees, and we have wind gusts up to 100 kilometers an hour,
Oh
and
my
literally,
goodness.
it's like living inside of a snow globe. Like right now, I'm live. Hi. Sorry. There's lots going on, and so I just hope that everyone's safe and sound. Also, it's a new moon, so there's lots of crazy energies.
Oh, absolutely.
It's a lot. So we are here to do some holiday messages, and you know, I know for myself personally, I would love to hear from someone in my family that's maybe not here anymore. Uh, you know, see what they're thinking at Christmas time. Right, make me feel better, make me feel that they are celebrating Christmas wherever they are, or that they're watching over us. And so I hope that we can provide some of that for you. So thanks everyone for being here. Thank you to Lady Soul for coming back.
Mhm. Thank you. I was so excited when you called me back. I'm like, oh my God. And I was thinking about you too. I was like, oh, I wonder how
Yeah,
she's doing. Because I always like anytime I have a moment to join in on your live, I'm like,
you
you and
too.
another, yeah, you and there's only two tarot readers I trust. You and then my other girl.
Aw, that's very
Yeah.
kind. Thank you.
And it really resonates. So I was very excited to get the invitation back.
Well, of course. Well, let's say hi to everyone in the chat. And while we're saying hi, do pop your questions in the chat if you have any. Geek Hillbilly is here. He says it's -2 where he is today. He lives in Kentucky, so -2 is pretty darn cold for Kentucky. Vivian is here.
Oh, that's
JR is here. Ivana is in the house. Cardamancy Mesquite is in the house. Ivana says it's freezing here in the negative numbers and really super windy. And Cardamancy Mesquite, she is in a situation as well. Where she lives, it dropped to like 20 degrees in one day.
jeez.
So there's that. I got
So
you, Ivana.
here in California, where I live, it's currently 40. No, just kidding. Like between 45 and 50 degrees with the sun shining and the mountains that where I live, there's San Gabriel Mountains here in California. They're all snowed up and we get the gust of the wind, so all of the cold air hits us. Really, it's like a bitter cold. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
and the winds get pretty high up here.
My sister and her family were traveling to on the first leg of their trip to Florida today. And of course, she said she would call me when she got there. And of course, she hasn't called me, because that's how it goes. And
Yeah, I understand that feeling.
I looked up on the Weather Network where, what the weather was in Orlando, only to find out that they only have 3 weather alerts at the moment. And I was like, okay, not at all what I thought I was going to find when I went to Orlando. But anyways, there it's going to be freezing tonight. So to them, it would be like -20 to me. I mean, I live in Canada. I'm used to -20. So to them, it would be drastic, right?
Oh,
So,
like even here in California, a little breeze, we're like, oh, it's so cold here because we're
well,
just so used to the warm weather.
it's funny that you say that. Johnny Tiro's apprentice went to California on a trip not too long ago, and he went live. from this wonderful, like enchanted forest kind of thing that he went to. And we were all commenting in the chat about the people walking around, because it was that moment where there was someone in a big parka and someone in boots and then someone in a small jacket and then people with toques on. And it was like, but to them it's freezing, right? So, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
We have someone else. Thomas is in the house. Hello, Thomas. Hi, Allie J. Nice to see you. Amanda Carroll is here. Pierre White is here. Lots of nice people in the chat. We have a couple of questions. Let's go ahead and get started. If you guys have a question, pop it up in the chat. We will do our best to answer it. If you want us to ask a question from, like, you know, a person, just the first name is super helpful to us. So Ivana's question is on the screen. And she says, I would love to get a message from my dad, looking to make a big decision on my career and wondering if he has anything to say about it. Ivana, what's your dad's name? Just his first name. Everyone's giving their weather report where they are.
I was seeing that.
Ivana will pop that in. Oh, his first name is Arnold.
Okay. Does he go by the name Archie too? I heard Archie, but I'm like, no, I don't. Usually I don't get names like that quick. I usually get like sounds or general sounds. And so I got Archie right away, which makes sense because of Arnold. But I mean, again, it could sometimes. Because when I connected with Archie, or I'm pretty sure I'm hoping it's her dad. You already know. Why are you second guessing? Why are you second guessing yourself?
He has many names.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, Archie, he gave me Archie. He's basically kind of like telling me like why is she asking? Why is she second guessing?
Yep.
She knows the one that benefits her the most.
Yep.
And it's very sweet because during the holidays, and I've had when I officially woke up that year, I was actually it was Thanksgiving, and I was able to see my Uncle Beto, and he was glowing so bright, and he was right next to his dad, my grandpa, and I lost it. I was so emotional, and everyone in my family was like, "What's wrong with you?" Like, I'm like, just leave me alone. I'm in my feelings right now because everyone in my family didn't know at the time. And I saw my uncle, and he's just like, don't say that I'm here. Like, don't tell them I'm here. I'm here though. Like, so I saw him glowing, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I miss you so much. And again, your dad is glowing very much.
Sorry.
But he
I just literally hit my deck and like the whole thing went sideways, but that was a big impact. Dad really has something to say, is all I can tell you.
Yeah, they're more active during the holidays.
Yeah.
Because holidays mean a lot. Many different people celebrate the holidays in many different ways, and to them it's a huge thing for them. So because of the energy that's going on, don't doubt yourself. You got this.
She says, yes, Lady Soul, I already made the decision. Laugh out loud. And then she says, thank you for that, saying that he is glowing. Yes, I really feel him around me the last few days.
Oh, he is. He keeps showing me a kitchen, like the stove. Like he keeps lurking over the stove, like, is food ready yet? And remember how my infamous Grandma Maria, she's just like, go away. This is my kitchen. Go away.
Ivana, would your father happen to be an air sign by any chance? We've got the Knight of Pentacles here. So this is going after your dreams, right? Going literally after your dreams. Making a thing happen, as my uncle used to say. Next to that, we have the happy family card, right? This is joy. This is blessings. This is embracing yourself in that wonderful feeling of love, right? He was a Sagittarius, so he was fire sign. Okay. The reason why I asked is because I got the King of Swords here. And so I wondered if this was your dad, or maybe this is your husband or a significant person in your life, or maybe it's just the energy that your dad wants you to sort of tap into, right? The energy of the King of Swords is the person that sits high atop the perch above everyone else, being very strategic, very logical, very sort of like plotting and planning, but not in a negative way, right? Sort of scanning around, right? Scanning around and just being very methodical about the process. So maybe that's dad's message to you, is to, sort of think before you act, be proactive rather than reactive. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is the patience portion of the reading for you, Ivana. This is planting the seed, and now you're literally waiting for it to spurt up, right? You've fed it, you've watered it, you've talked to it, and now you're literally going, nothing's happening. So be patient. I think that's dad's message to you, right? To be patient, go after your dreams, but be patient and sort of be very purposeful in your decision making. Okay. The last card that I got that literally shot out of the deck and moved like 40 other ones around is this card here that says Big Discovery. Okay. And what it says is hidden gifts are emerging. I don't know about you all, but who doesn't want to see a card like that show up 2 days before Christmas? Hidden gifts are emerging. So I'm not sure if this is a spiritual gift or is this is a gift in terms of the job that you applied for. But I feel like because of this card, the happy family card, great things are coming your way, because this is in the current position. So this is like happening very soon. So I want to know what you get for Christmas, if you know what I mean. That's what I got for you. So I hope that that resonates. Hope it makes sense. Lots of new people have popped in. Kristen Louise, nice to see you. How are you? Lisa's in the house. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Emerald Buddha is here. Good to see you, my friend. Pierrette White, I've got you. Lisa Rhodes is in the house. Hello, hello, hello.
And then actually a real good friend of mine, Allie J, she's actually my tarot reader.
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
so excited that she's here.
Oh, hi. Well, I did say hi to Allie, so welcome. Thank you for being here. Ivana says thank you to Lady Soul and to Kelly. All right, Vivian is up next. May I have a message about 2023?
Oh, Viviani, my aunt, my grandma, she's like, ay, qué linda. Meaning how like she's so sweet. She always gets like so happy when she's like sees Viviani's name. It's so adorable. I can't.
Well, Vivian's, I see now, here's the thing. Everyone was calling her Vivian. Then people started to call her Viviani. I said to her one day, I don't know if your name is Vivian or Viviani. She said, it's okay. I'll answer to either one. I have tried probably for 4 months to say Viviani. I think I've only said it once. It just doesn't come out of my brain like it's Vivian. And she's kind enough to accept that from me. So I appreciate that. But Vivian is very sweet and very kind. So I could see your grandmother being excited to see her. Absolutely.
And she says like, she says, practice speaking your words, practice
throat chakra, sing.
I'm sorry?
I said from your throat chakra, sing. That gets your voice.
But also it's kind of like, don't be afraid, don't be shy. You already grab people's attention. Don't hide from that. You are a beacon of light. Use that to your advantage to express yourself or to show certain projects or certain art. I feel like you're some type of an artist in a certain way. Um, don't be afraid to speak your mind. Don't be afraid to don't hide. You can't always hide. The light always shines, even if you try to hide.
Yeah. Vivian says I am shy.
I know. I know you are. It's okay. It's okay. It takes time. And
Yes, she is an artist.
do you but basically it's more of just like don't be afraid to express yourself. Just because, and I've said this quite a bit throughout the year, it's like just because you're not someone else's cup of tea, that doesn't mean you're not good tea at all.
That's it.
So it's okay. You're probably stronger tea for everyone else, but there's always a group of people or a certain community that will always embrace that will embrace you as a person. Yeah, I'm good. That's what I have right now.
Excellent. Vivian says, thank you, Lady Soul and Grandma Maria. Vivian, I'm still shuffling my cards here, so I'll tell you what I've got and then I'll show them to you. So we start out with the 5 of water, or the 5 of cups. I often refer to that as the crying over spilt milk card. And that's in the past position. So this is like regret. This is stress. It's worry. It's disappointment. It's trying to process forgiveness or releasing of something. That's the energy coming in from the past. Not too long ago, but it's in the past. In the sort of current position, we've got you showing up here as the Queen of Air, or the Queen of Swords. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, because who doesn't want that dress? Am I right, friends? Right? This is
purple.
standing in all of your power, in all of your glory. This is an energy of someone who is humorous and brilliant and experienced, and someone who is very strategic and analytical and logical, and just like you got it all together. And then you don't. You've got the 2 of air showing up here in the possible outcome, where you're feeling like you are confused about making a decision. Which direction do I need to go in? Maybe you need to make a choice about something, or you feel like you need to make a choice about something. So it's indecision, it's choices, and it's a little bit of confusion. It could even be that you're avoiding something. Well, you're procrastinating with something. You're sort of putting it off a little bit. On the bottom of the deck, we have got the release card. Oh. Now, this is normally the death card in the regular tarot, but in this deck, it's called the release card. And the reason why I'm trying to show that to you is it says endings, transformation, and freedom. So releasing whatever is causing this indecision, you are literally in the process of that, which is why you're trying to sort of harness your power. And I just want to show you what is below the release card on the bottom of the deck. We have the 4 of fire. This is celebration. This is community. This is family. It's celebrating a milestone. It's joy. It's prosperity. It's contentment. So you are well on your way. You've put in the work. Don't stop. Keep going. I pulled 2 more cards. We have this card here, which says rise above the dark days of life. The message on the card says, do not fight them, but have faith that the light will always return. So whatever that procrastination, whatever that confusion is, most benevolent outcome, Spirit's got your back. Best thing I can say to you, right?
Absolutely.
And I mean that wholeheartedly. Now we have the heart chakra showing up here with connection. And that is universal oneness, love, support, and interconnection. So I want to say to you not to forget that you have people around you that love you, that you have people around you that will lift you up and support you. You don't ever have to feel like you're alone. because you got us, and you're basically stuck with us whether you like it or not. No, I'm kidding, but like
No, but kind of really.
community here that will, you know, assist you if we can, if we're given the opportunity. One of the most fantastic parts about doing this on YouTube is the community that we all belong to. You don't have to be alone. So if you need support, it's okay to ask for it because we're here for you. All right. So I hope that helps, love. All right. Thank you very much for asking the question. Hi, Linda. Hi, Teresa. The best hugger in the whole place is here. Linda's making apple strudel, so she will be lurking and listening.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you, Vivian. Appreciate you, my friend. Okay, here we go. I think I might have missed a question. If I did, so sorry. Oh, thank you. Ivan says you and your amazing gifts are a blessing to us all. So I don't know if that's for me or you, but let's take it together, shall we?
Oh, thank you.
It's very kind. JR is up next. JR says, should I go to pass therapist, EF, or move on to a different therapist?
Should I go to...
I feel you might be moving on.
So the one thing I heard about, and this is actually from something I actually heard about recently, talking to someone who knows nothing about you, knows nothing about what you have gone through, knows nothing about you in general, has more insight, has no type of emotional connection to you, sometimes are a blessing because they have a different perspective and they have and they don't know not necessarily what to expect, but getting advice or getting counseling, or in this case, being with someone who is able to help. I do feel just like what Kelly said is I feel like you've outgrown and that person is not serving you anymore.
Yeah.
Not that they're not good, it's just they did their job. That chapter of your life closed. Now it's time to rewrite a new one with new people.
I'm getting that sort of exact same thing. Hi, Pooja. Pooja, please pop your question in the chat, hon, if you still have it from the other night, because we weren't able to get Pooja's question answered, and I felt really bad. So you pop that in there, and we'll be sure to answer for you tonight. We've got the 5 of Fire starting out, JR. So the 5 of Fire, is about conflict and competition. That's the energy coming in from the past. And so I don't know if you're maybe butting heads a little bit with the therapist. Maybe you're feeling like you're not being heard or you're being misunderstood. Currently, right now, you've got the 2 of Earth showing up. So this is the 2 of Pentacles, trying to find some balance, trying to navigate things, to prioritize things. We have the Chariot card, as well as the Strength card that showed up in, like they sort of popped out together for your possible outcomes. So the Chariot talks about victory and success, about blending energies, things moving quickly, and also about your willpower. So you taking charge of what's best for you. Okay. Absolutely. And the Strength card is about your inner courage, your inner strength. So to the question, you do what you think you need to do. Don't feel bad. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel some sort of way. This is about your wellness and for your highest good, right? For your best self, shall we call it. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the 9 of Water, or the 9 of Cups. This is the wish fulfillment card. And so I feel like this is a really good thing for you. if you listen to your heart, sort of thing, listen to your gut instinct, whatever that's telling you to do. But I think that you will be moving on from that therapist. So I hope that that helps. And I thank you for the question. And hello to Jen and Pooja and everybody else that's popped in. I can't keep track of everyone. You guys are awesome.
Thank
All right.
you.
Miss Amanda is up next. She says, does my dear friend Ernest have anything to say? Does my dear friend Ernest have anything to say? Ernest? Ernest has anything to say? Oh my God, you guys, the wind is just like, it sounds like someone's growling stomach outside my door. Brutal.
Was your friend Ernest the life of the party? Amanda, if you are here, can you please confirm? Because he is coming to me as like a life of the party. It is a masculine energy. So if you can just and then the way he kind of says like, oh, we're gonna get drunk, we're gonna enjoy ourselves. Like he said it very loud, like, ha, we're gonna get drunk today, or like it's on today or tonight or something like that. Amanda, if you're here, still here in the chat, please let me know.
I don't see anything yet, but we do have a lag between here and YouTube. Sometimes, yes, Sagittarius, good grief, Sagittarius, Leo
rising, like me. Okay, me. That's why, because the way he said it, and he actually said a curse word. He said the B word, like, let's get drunk, B. Like, yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I know it's Friday night. Like, okay, let's all right. I'll go with it. The way I took it is just don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to laugh at yourself. Don't forget to breathe. I know being with the holidays, it can be a little bit stressful. But the way, because the way I kind of took it was, we just need to remember to laugh. Laughing's a natural distressor. I laugh at myself all the time, and I have no shame. People laugh at me all the time, so I kind of take joy in that.
She's got, wow. She's got really written there.
Like really a good thing or really a bad thing? Or
I
like
don't know.
really
This says really. These are super interesting cards.
What are you getting?
I need to pull another card because now I just got like a conflicting message, which I love when that happens. So I start out with the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, and I think that that's sort of the like the nature of your relationship, right? You were both there for each other, right? One person lifting the other one up when the other one needed it. You know, because that's about charity, it's about generosity, it's about giving and receiving, the Six of Pentacles, okay? Then in the current position, we've got the Six of Swords. And so that's moving away from troubled waters and, you know, to a more calmer sort of way of being. Usually refers to a situation, but it can be like a state of mind, right? That you're letting go of some pain or some feelings that you may be holding on to. And then interestingly enough, in the possible outcome position, I've got the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords can be about betrayal. It can be about deceit. It can be about, you know, sort of like trickery or a reason for you to watch your back in terms of like someone's out to get you kind of thing, right? Someone's like talking behind your back, that kind of deal. I'm not feeling that. I'm sort of feeling like this is more about you using all the resources that you have at your disposal. It's like you feel like it's you against the world. And I feel like the message for him to you is that, like, you feel like you're alone, but like you're not alone. Like, this is a reminder that you're not alone, right? I don't know if I'm right, but that's what I'm vibing. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is an interesting energy because it's kind of dreamlike. If you look at the card really closely, way up in the top corner over there, you can see the pig flying, right? So it's kind of like light and fluffy kind of energy, and happy-go-lucky, and sometimes your feet aren't firmly planted on the ground, and so it's I don't know if you miss things intentionally because you just don't want to deal with stuff, or if it's you literally have to pick yourself up that far to be able to then come back down and deal with the stuff. And the reason why I say it like that is because that's what's on the bottom of the deck, and currently you are working towards coming towards that calmer shore. So you've clearly been putting in the work. So I say you keep doing whatever you're doing that's working for you. He is just acknowledging that he sees what you're doing, right? There are no words. We have loyal friend.
Oh.
Someone has your back. So this is literally him acknowledging that he is watching over you. He is with you and he's watching over you. And the last card that I pulled is Life Force Energy. And the message on this card is, it is time to engage in activities that rejuvenate your mind, your body, and your soul. And I feel like you're starting to do that with this Six of Swords. So this is just encouragement to keep going along that path, right? You're making progress. You're making things happen. You're switching gears. And I think that's lovely. And I think that he's just letting you know he's there with you along for the ride. Oh, says that he was a dog whisperer.
Oh, how cute. And also with dogs, they like they always try and make you laugh.
Yeah.
They're very silly, but we can interpret that in many ways. But in all, his main message that I received was learn to laugh at yourself, learn to breathe, learn to have a good time, even if it is by yourself.
Absolutely.
Even if it is go to a movie by yourself, and it's really okay. You're not, like you had mentioned, you're not alone, but I am still here.
Yeah.
That was very nice.
Yeah, it was awesome. So Allie J says, can I get a message from Spirit about the next few months for me? Which deck shall I use? We're going to close the questions now, you guys, because we got lots.
So, Allie, if you're still here, just let me just go ahead and confirm. The first word that I got was Magic Castle. Did you get an invitation? Or are you gonna get an invitation? Or are you gonna apply for that invitation? Magic Castle. I'm not sure what that means.
All I can think of is Disney World.
Oh, no.
Magic Castle. That's not my intuition. That's just Magic Castle. I'm a Canadian. What do I know? I don't know anything.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing, it's like, okay, we need to be patient about Magic Castle, and you're gonna get it, or something good is gonna happen with it, but it's all twirling around with Magic Castle. I don't know what that is, but that's what I keep hearing.
I don't know what that is either.
Wait, Magic Castle. Why does that sound familiar to me?
I'm getting interesting cards. Thanks, Vivian. Thanks, Kristen. Hi, Mika.
Well, hopefully, Allie is still here so she can clarify what that is or has an idea what I'm talking about. Because first thing I heard was Magic Castle, like it's going to happen. To be patient.
It's interesting that you say that about the being patient. I've got the throat chakra card showing up, and it's got sound. So the sort of keywords that they put on this card is music, silence, rhythm, and vibration. And the throat chakra is all about communication and also about your hearing and your listening. And so I wonder to myself, based on the other cards that I have, if either you've been hearing things that you wish that you could unhear, or like you heard things that you're not letting anyone else know that you heard. I will explain. I've got the Chariot card coming out in the sort of past position, right? So things moving really quickly. Maybe there was some travel, maybe there was some relocation happening, but it's success and victory and sort of blending things together, right? So that all sounds lovely.
She just said Magic Castle is a place in LA that I want to read tarot at.
There you go.
What I heard, Allie, is that I'm not sure because, okay, so now I remember because I saw them on Instagram. I never really pay attention to that,
Right.
but I don't know if you applied, but I feel like there's going to be an interview soon. To be patient, that you're going to get your foot in the door. That's what I just heard.
Yeah.
I don't know, like someone's going to drop out the last minute but you're going to be like it's going to hit you at once.
Interesting. Right now I've got the 5 of air for you. And so the 5 of air is I don't like the word mistake. I try not to say the word mistake, but it's written on the card, so I have to say it. It's about mistakes. It's about melodrama. It's about reassessment. So it's like the adult chess game, right? If I do this, then this will happen. And if I go over here, then this will happen. But it's like you're trying to like outsmart your own self or like do some Jedi mind trick on your own brain. If you understand what I mean, the point is that you get yourself caught up on that hamster wheel, trying to like outmaneuver yourself. And it's almost like you talk yourself out of the joy and the excitement of wanting to do it in the first place, right? The last card that I've got here is the Page of Air. So the Pages of Air is being analytical. It's about being truthful. It can be about, trying to be resourceful in terms of like if you're like an information seeker, like I need all the facts and then I can make a decision, which kind of ties into this 5 of air card, right? That you're constantly trying to outmaneuver yourself with facts and figures. We've got on the bottom of the deck the Page of Fire, or the Page of Wands, and this is someone who is very creative, someone who's like really motivated and really enthusiastic. So what I'm vibing for you is that like you have this dream, you have this want, this need, you want this, but you are living in the outcome or moving towards living in the outcome as opposed to living in the moment and enjoying that journey of that moment. Because sometimes the beauty's in the journey, not in the outcome, right? Remember to listen and keep your vibration high. That will allow you to enjoy the experience of just the fact that you saw something and you're like, you know what? I want that. I want that for me. I can do that. I want to be a part of that. Do you know how awesome that is? Do you know how many people can't make that decision? because of whatever reason, like they're scared or financial reasons, or they have like 19 children or whatever, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You went, yes, I want that. Allow yourself to sort of marinate in that feeling. Marinate in the feeling of how exciting would it be if they called, right?
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna hit her until she gets off the phone or something, but I really feel like it's gonna come at you out of nowhere, and you're not gonna believe it in a way, like, it's, like, super
Yeah.
surreal, but I do feel like in the next coming year, and it's gonna be in the early middle of next year that Magic Castle is gonna be in your year of
Yeah.
2023. But I feel like it's a very positive step for you, because that's what I get, and I think, and I feel very confident in what I am hearing about that.
I know I think it's gonna be a good thing for you, but I think that you're gonna lessen the celebration of it all, or the excitement of it all, or the impact of it all, if you sort of are trying to like overanalyze it instead of just like allowing yourself to like, how amazing would it be if, right?
Mm-hmm.
Astrology happenings with Shaunasea. Hopefully I said that correctly. Hello and welcome. I did close the questions, but I'll start it. If we have time, we'll take it. Okay. So next up, thank you, Ali, by the way, for being here and for asking the question. Appreciate it.
Hi, Allie.
The next question we have is from Lise. Will I meet my romantic partner in 2023?
Whoa, that one was. Oh, I haven't had that wish in a while.
Sorry, that's me tapping on my desk. Sorry.
No,
It's
no,
like
just
thinking,
someone just
oh,
caught my
really?
attention, and I'm like, whoa, that was like a big old touch and rush of energy. Um,
You're welcome, Allie. Thank you for being here and for asking the questions. She said, I'm trying to do a lot and feel all of this, ladies. Thank you so much for the info. I'm working on
of
becoming a tattoo
course.
artist and working full time on being a tarot reader. I really appreciate it. Love. Not a problem.
Not a problem.
And she said, yeah, I do need to know all of the info before I can do anything, and it sucks.
Yeah, that's called being a perfectionist before doing everything. So okay, it's been a while since I had that rush of energy touch me, so that's why I was just like twitching kind of bad. Um,
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look at the card I got. Look at what it says. The love of your dragon reaches out to you. So you said you just felt that whoosh of thing, and I got that card, and I was like, was it a dragon that gave you a kiss? Is that what you felt? Sorry.
no, you're fine. You're fine. The way I caught it was like kind of like it kind of hit you out of nowhere. That's why, because I wasn't
Yeah.
expecting to get like, because I felt like it kind of like just like it's very hard to explain. It's very hard to explain, but it's like a whole rush of energy just touched my face, and I'm like, whoa, that's a lot. Um, so I do feel like you will be meeting them. You just it's gonna take time. You need to like make sure you know what you want, and you need to make sure that you love yourself first. So you as a person know what you are worthy of. Like, do not settle for less.
I'm
Just because
giggling
John
because
Doe 1 took you out on a date, that don't mean John Doe 1 would be it. It could probably take at least a few tries, but it's kind of like teaching you. I feel like this is a teaching you, and then once you know, boom. That's how I took it.
sorry, I was giggling. I don't mean to be rude, but I
No,
was
no, 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 no,
giggling
no.
because I literally am getting the same thing, and so I'm nodding my head, going, "Yep, yep."
I'm so glad.
It's like you're reading my cards. I love it.
Oh, I know. I have that effect. I don't do tarot, and I would love to learn, It's just I sometimes I can be a perfectionist myself, and it's like I just want to make sure I'm conveying the same message. But with me being gifted with all 7 clairs, it's like
That's enough.
that's enough.
Don't be greedy. Come on now, give something to the other people. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Lise. So I got the dragon card, and the bottom of the message there says the realm of your truth is opening up. So to me, that's like you're doing work on yourself. You are coming to terms with who you are, what you want, what you need, what your expectations are. And listen, from me to you, like, congratulations, because wouldn't I love to know all of those things for myself? We so often don't know those things about ourselves because we're too busy doing all the other things that we have to do. So the fact that you're putting in the work and putting in the effort and making changes in your life that are appropriate based on whatever your findings are is, kudos to you. The next card that we have here is, and that's why this is when I giggled, right? Your deepest desires constrain you. Let them go to clear your mind. So it's like the very thing that we want is the very thing that we're afraid of, kind of idea.
Do the one thing that scares you.
Right.
And just
Yes.
a little note, we need to make sure we relax because my jaw's like, I don't know if you see me doing like the little gestures of my jaw.
Yeah.
It's like you clench, like you're clenching. You know how when you're like super busy or you're like not even noticing until it hurts. Be aware of that.
Yeah.
So your face doesn't hurt. It's like I feel like all of this was clenching up because, and it's not even anxiety.
No.
It's just like just a nervous tick.
It's impatience.
Okay.
Right. So 7 of Pentacles is the energy coming in from the past, right? This is you taking an intentional pause. You've put in the work. You've done everything that you can do. And now you're being asked to wait. Like, imagine yourself standing at the bank. You walked into the bank and there's 12 tellers on working. And the line is moving really, really quick. And it gets to like 3 more people and then you, and every teller goes on lunch except for 1. And you're like,
oh, that's the worst feeling. I would be so mad.
And so you start going through your head, oh my God, I'm going to be late. I got this, I got that, I got that. And you've lost the point of what you were doing there. Right? Patience.
That hit hard for me because that actually happened to me one time. I was so mad.
You've got the Ace of Pentacles next. This is the opportunity. This is the new beginnings. This is the blessings, the lessons that you are learning from all the work that you are doing, right? You're being asked to go through the portal, right? Walk through that little gateway that you see in the card there towards new opportunities. And so you're there. This is where you are right now, being presented with these new opportunities. And you have the Justice card. Again, because 4 cards came out. And so this is the middle card, right? Justice being restoring your scales, speaking your truth, standing in your truth. It's about karma, right? Restoring your equilibrium. I don't want to swear, but I'm sorry, Lise. Literally, I'm like, get your shit together, and I apologize, but like, you got to say what you're getting, and like, I'm literally hearing that, so I apologize. I don't mean to be offensive, but like, I got to go with it. Okay, here we go. The last card that we have is the World card. Okay, so this is the end of the journey of the major arcana in Tarot. When you get to the World, you have completed the cycle. This is joy. This is achievement. It's celebration. You have completed the lesson and you are ready to move on. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. This is celebration. This is lunch with your friends. It's joy. It's maybe even with your brothers and sisters, because it can be about siblings, right? It's about community, like your soul tribe. And it feels very much like you're living in not in the moment, and now you're shifting to the moment because of the work that you have done previously. You're moving yourself in to the present moment to be able to enjoy the journey. That's what I got for you. So to answer your question about the romance, when you have completed the work on yourself and you start to move towards that new opportunity, that's when that's going to present itself to you. But as Lady Soul said, I got that card as well. You're going to need to be a little more patient. But it will come.
Just a little bit.
It will come. So I hope that helps, and I thank you kindly for asking the question. Lisa said, I do clench, by the way. I don't know if you've seen that or not. Hi, Gertrude.
I just saw it right now. It's kind of like a nervous tick that she has.
Mm-hmm.
And my jaw just started hurting, so I had to like readjust my jaw because I had done all that good stuff. But it's okay. Just we need to remember to breathe and just move your body a bit.
Yeah. Lisa says, I'm doing my best, taking care of me for once, focusing but scared. I want to move on another chapter. Thank you, ladies.
Of course. Much love.
Absolutely. And I'm proud of you for doing the work, because the work is part of like the hardest part of the journey. So congratulations for just being determined and motivated and inspired to do that. That's inspiring to all of us. Miss Pierrette White is up on deck. We have a few more questions, so hopefully you don't have to run off right away. Sorry.
I can do like another 10, 15 minutes.
Awesome. That should. So we're speed reading. No, I'm joking. As we heal each other by Pierrette White. If you guys are not familiar with who Pierrette is, she has a channel. That is the name of her channel. Maybe one of the moderators could stick that into the chat. Everyone go check my friend out. She's a fellow Canadian who is also experiencing part of this nasty storm, and we love her to bits. She's a great person. So her question is, will my stress level from my husband's disease be ending soon? He's now seeing his parents' names on the closet doors. Oh, honey. Oh, I'm hot.
You got hot?
Yeah, I'm sweating. Like literally. Look at my ears are like on fire.
Really?
Thank you, Lise. That's very kind of you to say.
If you have something, Kelly, go right ahead. I'm still trying to make sense of what I'm hearing.
So far I've got the Two of Wands. This is making plans. Making plans. Sometimes this is about travel. I actually feel nauseous now. Then we've got the Four of Swords, feeling the need to like retreat, do some self-care, sort of love yourself up a wee bit. So this is you making plans for the inevitable. This is you feeling like you need to rest and retreat. We've got the Seven of Cups, you having to make choices, but you're procrastinating. This is like the adult shell game, right? Overthinking the choices, overanalyzing the choices, which is what's causing the procrastination. We've got the Four of Pentacles, holding on really tight to your securities, all the things that are really important to you. You're keeping those close to your chest. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Justice card. This is, seeking the truth. This is trying to restore your equilibrium. This is things coming into balance. This is karma. Can sometimes signify legal things, although I don't think so in this case. So here's what I want to say. Oh, hello, Charlotte. That was so weird. Charlotte was just like, hi, I'm here. Distraction. I know that you want to know the answer to this question, and I respect completely that you want to know the answer to this question. But you knowing the answer to this question is not going to help you in any way because it's not going to change anything. I don't see in the cards that he is or that he isn't. But I want to encourage you to try as hard and as difficult and as challenging as I can only imagine that it must be for you to live each day in that moment of that day, because you will want to be present for any days that remain, whether that is 5 minutes, 5 years, right? You want to be present in that moment so that you don't have regrets when that time does come. And then you will, have all kinds of like self-sabotaging behaviors because you missed things, because you were too worried about what might happen, right? Try to stay focused and try to stay in that moment. But when you need to take care of yourself, make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that you're maintaining your balance and trying to keep yourself on an even keel. And I can only imagine, again, how difficult that must be for you. My heart literally hurts for you. It's a terrible situation, and I send you all of my love and my positive vibes and my prayers. But please do try to stay in the present moment. Hi, Joan.
Just like just how you mentioned it, we just need to treasure the moments that we do have in the current situation. I do, as through experience, when my grandmother, I didn't have the time. That time was taken from me. I did not get to have my goodbye. I wasn't allowed. All I can say is enjoy every moment that you're able to get right now.
Welcome. Thank you, Pierrette, for being so courageous as to ask for your question. We appreciate it, and we send you our love. All right, so we have Miss Linda up next, and she says, could I get a card? And then she put in bracket S because she knows I can't just throw one card. I mean, come on. I don't do one card. Anyway, she says, for today, thank you. She knows me so well. I'm going to pull you a winter card because I love me the winter cards. They're the cutest things ever, and I'm obsessed with them.
I keep getting the same message as what I had mentioned before. We need to laugh as an anti-stressor, which is a natural, I mean, laughing kind of like helps us in our mood, which is a little form of self-care. For those who know me or for those who don't, I relate a lot to food. I don't know why, but the first thing I got a big whiff of was pizza. And even then I have been craving it for the longest time, and for some reason I just can't find the right pizza. But it's kind of like, and I'm not just necessarily, go get pizza. It's more of like, go get your favorite food and savor every bite And I keep hearing we need to smile. It's okay to smile. Like, you don't always have to smile, but it's good to smile at yourself in a way of like congratulate yourself, like praise yourself. And there was a post that I did on Instagram, and it was like, oh, dancing everything away. It's like, yeah, you should dance everything away. You did good. Like, you did good this week. Go out and celebrate. That's what I had last 2 nights pizza. But just enjoy yourself, enjoy the moment that you have by yourself. Don't be afraid to be alone with yourself and such. Um, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. What are you getting, Kelly?
I just, there are days when even I don't understand how this works, but I'm amazed. You know what I mean? And I feel foolish even saying that, but like spirit never ceases to amaze me, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. So the first card that I pulled from the Winter Oracle, or Hello Winter Oracle, is the Star. And it says, Lucky Star, it is time for you to take a chance. I thought, okay, that's lovely. It's time for you to take a chance. Then I went to my messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle, and I got stars, which is navigation. So 2 stars, 2 navigation sort of things. So it's time for you to take a chance in navigation. So if you're on some sort of discovery, some sort of journey, if you're looking to try something new, maybe you've been thinking about taking a cooking class, for example, the stars are saying, yeah, good time to do it. I sort of feel like also, and this isn't a stretch, but secondary to what I just said, something might be being illuminated to you, being shown to you. So be careful. Watch out for like synchronicities, numbers, songs that remind you of someone over the next few days, because I feel like they could be trying to like communicate with you and let you know, maybe, whatever you were thinking before you saw that, that's the thing that you should be doing, if that makes sense. The last card that I got here is motivation. I mean, how pretty is that?
That's really
pretty. Stare at those beautiful flowers and pretend that all the people that are affected by the snowstorm are really looking out at a blue sky with the sun shining and all those flowers.
I thought I was a peacock for a second. Like, how glorious my feathers are. Like, look at me. That's like, that was the energy I got off of that card. Like, because a peacock's like, oh, you want a show? I'll give you a show. Boom.
I know, and it's true, because she has like wings on the back of her, right?
Yeah, that looks really pretty.
Beautiful. So this is motivation. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge to spring into action. If there's something that you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So if you've been thinking about doing something, you've got the stars and navigation and the lucky star. It's time to take a chance. So I say, if there's something that you've been thinking about doing, now is that awesome time to give her a shot, because you got like 3 go cards right there.
That's cool. That's really nice.
Awesome. I mean, who doesn't want that reading?
I would.
Right?
Like, I would.
All right. So Miss Pooja is up next. Now, Pooja was so kind. She popped in the other night, and I said, like, I just closed the questions, but we would try to take it. We weren't able to get it. And we were here for like an hour and 42 minutes because it was one of those nights.
Wow.
And so I'm so happy that she came back and asked her question tonight. I told her that if she did, we'd get it done for her. So Pooja says, what next is coming in my spiritual journey? Am I on the right path?
So automatically, I kind of got like dizzy, like lightheaded. I feel like you're not grounded enough, or we need to ground ourselves more. I am very guilty of that. Where I live, I don't have much earth. I have a little tiny strip, and it's too cold outside to ground myself. So what I could suggest is the black tourmaline. I caught black tourmaline. Black tourmaline is meant for protection. It is also grounding. Obviously, the most obvious one is tiger's eye. That's a beautiful crystal as well. Having selenite close to you, on you. I use selenite for everything. I have it under where I sleep, and I sleep so soundly. I actually have a plate of selenite, like a charging station. I have my crystals on top, and I have it under my bed. Thank you. I have tourmaline and all over my home. I even have a
I'll
lamp
be
in
your assistant, no problem.
um and I feel like being having those two with you can help you. Are you on the right path? Yes, you are. Sometimes it's not going to feel like you are on the right path because you're straying away from what you were taught. And again, a lot of us in the community, I talk about myself. um I strayed, or I don't want to even say I strayed. I just found who I was. What happened?
Oh no, I hit my mouse and I was like, "Ooh, careful."
Oh, I'm like, why? What happened?
Sorry.
And no, you're good, you're good. And kind of like, it's gonna be a hard journey, I can tell you that. Stepping away from something that you've known into something that you're basically that you're learning about, you are on your right path. Just be patient.
Wow.
What did you get, Kelly?
Holy cow. Like I said, spirit never ceases to amaze. So,
What's going on?
we start out with the Beacon of Light. Beautiful card.
Ooh.
Beacon of Light. You are a leader, a teacher, and mentor for many people around you. Then we have the Golden Stars. The stars are lining up for the perfect opportunity now. Then we have the Sun card. Then we have the World card, which is like 2 yes cards. So the Sun is about joy, it's about blessings, it's about oneness, it's about wholeness, right? It's about you like living your best life kind of vibe, right? The World card is the completion of a cycle. And what's interesting about what Lady Soul said versus the cards that I have is that they're actually saying the same thing. And here's why I say that. Because I've got the Ten of Swords on the bottom of the deck. That is where you are right now. So either you feel like you need to walk away from something so that you can walk towards something else. And when you have walked away from something and walked towards the other thing, that is when the cycle has been completed and things start to shift for you, right? If the Ten of Swords is showing up because you have it in your mind that you're not on the right path, you need to walk away from that thought process, right? The questioning of the path. I don't want to sound trite. This is my belief. I've asked the question myself 100 million times, am I on the right path? Am I going in the right direction? Whatever path that you're on is the right path for you at that time.
She just said it was one hell of a journey for me for the past year. It's gonna be one hell of a journey continuing on.
Yeah. So the walking away part, the walking away from the traumatic, is you've completed a cycle and you are literally bringing more light to your life because you have done that. Now, that doesn't mean it's going to be over or that, like a light switch, it's going to be fine and dandy and rosy and stuff. What it does mean, though, is that you're making progress and you're on a journey, and it doesn't matter if you had like the best 2 years of your life, you're still going to be on a journey. You're still going to be learning things, if that makes sense, right? So,
Yeah, and like, so say like for me, when I woke up, it was such a hard thing to deal with. But when I figured out, okay, I'm gifted. Okay, great. Now stepping away from basically, for me, I had to do the most extreme. I had to move away. I had to kind of cut communications off with certain people that were not serving me.
right.
And
And
those
that's
were
so hard.
relationships. Yeah, they're relationships that I've had since I was a child. I've had to, I don't want to say I gave up, but it was like, they're not, they were there for a moment to teach me a lesson,
Right.
but it's like how I mentioned before, that chapter of my life has finally closed.
Right.
I am finally doing something for me. This is something that makes me happy, and this is something I can give back. So was it hard? Absolutely. Were there hard times where, did you want to cry? Absolutely. You're human.
Yeah.
You can't disregard your feelings because, oh, maybe it's hard.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like when you walk away, when you close that door, there's 4 new doors. Pick one.
Yeah.
You're able to come in and out of those doors. So you can say, you know what, this door didn't work for me. Let me close that. Well, this one kind of worked for me, but I closed that one. And then finally the third door, that one worked for you for a while.
Yes.
And it worked. But it's like, okay, but thank you for the lessons. Thank you for the merchandise. Close that door. Finally, you open up your fourth door. That's the fourth door. So you kind of have to start working your way around, and you're teaching yourself. So that's what it is. At the end, you do find your peace. You do find your self-confidence, your light.
Yeah. My best advice, Pooja, is, and this goes for anyone who has gone through a hard time, whether it be like the biggest and the longest hard time, or just a blip. Do whatever you can do for yourself to lift your vibration. The more often and the higher you raise your vibration, the longer it stays lifted up, the more joy and peace that you invite into your heart. When you invite the peace and the joy into your heart, things seem to be easier in terms of dealing with them, in terms of understanding them, in terms of just going with the flow, where it doesn't seem so tragic, so hard, so confining, so isolating. Oh my God, I need an answer. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. You just kind of like, it's very relaxed and very easy and very floaty. And I know that it sounds like a bunch of BS, but
it's really not.
You gotta trust.
It's really not BS.
Just like Lady Soul comes here and says, okay, I'm on tonight at 7, ask me anything. And she, Bob's got, 3 blue eyes. She has to trust that the messages that she's getting are what you're supposed to hear. She has to trust what she's being given and then regurgitated into a way that you understand. I have to trust that when you ask me a question about your spiritual journey, that the cards that Spirit's going to give me to flip over and the explanation that I'm going to give it makes sense. I have to trust it. You have to trust yourself and trust the journey. And the best way I know to do that and enjoy it is to lift myself up and allow myself to enjoy it in a positive way, as opposed to, like think half full, not half empty.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
All right, my friends, awesome Friday night. You are welcome back anytime, my friend. This is Lady Soul. For those of you that do not know who she is, awesome reader. Please do. Well, you're not really a reader, but we're calling you a reader.
That's fine. I'm good with that too.
Okay. So her channel is I Am Lady Soul. It is in the description box below the video. I'm positive that I seen it in the chat going up there. Please do show her some love. She's fantastic. And she's so kind and literally did this last minute. And I thank you so much for
Oh, thank you for the invitation. I didn't think, because again, life gets in the way. I wanted to do a live before Christmas, but life got in the
Yeah.
way. I work a full-time job and with family, and I'm just like, I don't have the time. So I was very thankful, and I'm like, you know what? Perfect timing.
Yay.
She reached out and I'm like, let's do it.
Absolutely. I hope that the messages helped. I hope that it offered you some comfort or some advice or some some excitement, something to look forward to. I wish you all, for who celebrate Christmas, a Merry Christmas with your families. Please stay safe from the storm. Happy Hanukkah to anyone who is celebrating that. And for anyone who's not celebrating, I'm celebrating you. How about that?
That's nice.
I will be back the 24th, the 25th, and the 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, right here. Dozen Cats. Have some guests coming. We're going to hang out. We're going to have some fun. We're going to toss some cards. So no one has to be alone on Christmas, because that's the goal here at Dozen Cats. So from me to you, I love you guys lots. Keep doing what you're doing, and mwah, many blessings.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.